Much of it is focused on the wins and losses, especially in the playoffs, Super Bowl rings and all that stuff. I understand that's part of my legacy I'll be judged on when I'm done playing, and every year is important when it comes to furthering your legacy. But I take a lot of pride in the success that we've had and that I've had, and I hope we can add to it, both from a how we're judged standpoint and how we judge ourselves standpoint.
I mean, he should be proud of his accomplishments, but at the same time, he's only been to one Super Bowl. So, quarterback confidence draft for today, and this is specifically focused on behind in the fourth quarter. Which guys do you have the most confidence in, or the least? We're going to do all 8 of the remaining starting quarterbacks. Behind in the fourth quarter, which guy are you most trusting? Chris, we do have a trivia question. I know folks out there look forward to this. We don't do it very often. Patrick Mahomes became the 3rd quarterback in NFL history to throw 5 touchdown passes in multiple postseason games. Kurt Warner was the 2nd to do it. Which quarterback with a legendary nickname was the first?
Well, I don't know this. I'm just going to take a guess because of the legendary nickname thing, and I'm going to say it's Slingin' Sammy Baugh.
It's not. Womp, womp, womp. It's Daryl LaMonica, although I don't know what his legendary nickname was. What was his legendary nickname?
It was something a Mad Bomber, right?
The Mad Bomber.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
the Mad Bomber.
Right,
oh,
right.
Yes.
Damn.
Legendary.
So Daryl LaMonica had more than multiple games of 5 touchdown passes in a playoff game. That's
AFL.
Yeah.
AFL.
Right. Wide open. 7-on-7 football. Yep. No doubt about it. All right. You got the first pick. Take Brady. I know you're going to take him.
Tommy. Well, why wouldn't I? He's been there. He's done that. He's won like 2 full regular seasons plus of postseason games, and he's done plenty of those with a late drive. Give me Tommy. Without question.
I hear you. He wouldn't be my first pick, but I understand it. I get it. I know. I mean, the one thing I want to just say as we start this, you really look at these 8 quarterbacks. I trust them all late in the game, other than Jimmy Garoppolo. Really?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I trust all of them except the one that I would never trust.
Right. He's going to be the last pick. Whoever has the last pick is taking Jimmy Garoppolo. We know that for sure. Now, this is where it's interesting. I mean, between Mahomes, Allen, and Rodgers. Damn, Joe Burrow. Holy crap, there's some tough ones. I guess I'll go Rodgers next. I will. Again, but it's actually close in my opinion because Allen and Mahomes can do so much off schedule that they can save the team in a lot of ways too. That's where they're a little different in those moments. We've seen Brady in the Washington game and games like that this year where, if the protection isn't perfect, he ain't bringing you back. He's not. And those guys, Allen and Mahomes, can do that. Rodgers not quite as mobile as he used to be, but I'm still going to go with him as my first pick.
And also you need your coach to go for it on 4th down when you have a quarterback that you trust in a moment where you're trying to get back into an NFC championship game, but I digress. I really want to go with Josh Allen to take away your boy Blue because I know how badly you want him. But I got to go Mahomes because we've seen Mahomes get it done.
Right.
We saw him do it in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Down 10 with 7 minutes left. So, yes, Patrick Mahomes.
I know. I mean, maybe we're giving too much respect to the old heads here. Maybe we are. I do think in totality, like Mahomes and Allen are better than the other 2 guys we just talked about.
But I think Brady, when everybody else is puckering, Brady is thriving. That's why I still would not regret my choice of Brady.
I get it. Mahomes is one that I think we could argue this thrives too, though. I mean, like you said, they were down by 10 points to one of the best defenses we've seen in the last decade, and then just go on fire and end the game with 5 minutes left in the Super Bowl. I don't think he puckers either, to your point, but I'll go Josh Allen next. He is the guy I'm going to go with. I mean, what's the difference of the fourth quarter? The whole game's the fourth quarter with the Bills and Josh Allen. It's always like, hey, here you go. Make some magic happen. Carve them up. If nobody's open, do one of those things where you run around and throw a laser down the field. And then when we get down and close, we'll pull a guard and we'll pull the other guard and you get behind it and smash it in there. I mean, it's always the fourth quarter with Josh Allen. This is a fun draft. Those 4 right there, holy crap. If we saw any of those 4 match up in the Super Bowl, we're going to have a good one.
I'll take Joe Burrow next because despite the experience, he's got that babyface killer vibe. He doesn't care. There's no moment too big for him, and he would love to be able to prove himself in the fourth quarter of a playoff game.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Burrow is just as cool as the other side of the pillow. I mean, he exudes like, oh, what? No big deal. It's 2 minutes left in the game. All right, this is where it gets a little interesting too. I think, maybe I trust a guy like Ryan Tannehill more throughout a football game to not do crazy things, but Matt Stafford is proven to be kind of clutch, when it comes to last few minutes of the fourth quarter type of drives. We've seen that this year, even in games where, he peed down his leg against the Vikings or the Ravens or even the 49ers game that they ended up ultimately losing, but he goes down and gives them the big drive to go up by 7 with only like a minute left in the game. So I'm going to take Stafford as my next one because I do think he's kind of clutch in those end game situations.
If you would have taken Tannehill, I actually would have taken Jimmy G. I'm taking Tannehill, though, in this spot. I would have taken Jimmy G over Stafford because at least Garoppolo has been there in the postseason, has been in these moments. For Stafford, it's all new. And, he only threw 17 passes, and it was a blowout. We still haven't seen him in a close fourth quarter playoff type ever. With Garoppolo, at least he's been there, but I'm not taking him. I'm taking Tannehill.
I can't believe you just said that. I get Jimmy G, but I cannot believe you just said that. I mean,
when have we ever seen Stafford deliver in the fourth quarter of a playoff game, or even have to deliver, or even have to?
Listen, he delivered in the game against the Cowboys and driving down, and they got the bullcrap penalty. I mean, not that game, but he delivered in that game, and then that didn't work out. The Seattle Seahawks game, go back and watch when they lost that playoff game. I mean, they dropped the ball all over the place. I know they lost, and hey, listen, and nonetheless, you saw last week, hey, it was the playoffs. I get that he came out firing. Those 13 completions were big throws down the field. Jimmy Garoppolo, you literally talk about how they don't even want to throw the football with him at times.
I just wanted to
to get me pissed off right now is what you wanted to do, and you succeeded, you jerk, okay?
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
All right, that's our quarterback confidence, or as the case may be, lack thereof, draft.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.